Imagine this. You spend 2 years building your business on top of ChatGPT. You have agents running your customer support, your coding, your emails. It's a money printing machine. And then, on a Tuesday morning, the screen goes blank. Account suspended. Or worse, the server goes down. In 1 second, your intelligence is gone. You are back to zero.
It's not just about downtime, Marcus. It's about ownership. If you are using OpenAI or Gemini in 2026, you don't own the AI. You are renting thoughts from a corporation. They read your data. They censor your outputs. They own your history. Today, we are talking about the only way out: sovereign AI. Running a supercomputer on your own laptop with zero internet connection.
Sovereign AI. It sounds cool, like some cyberpunk manifesto. But let's be real. Why would a normal person go through the hassle? The cloud is convenient. Why unplug?
Because the safety filters are strangling the utility. Look at the complaints from Q4 last year. You ask the cloud model to write a cold email, it lectures you on spam ethics. You ask it to write a jagged SQL query, it refuses because it might be dangerous. It feels like you are arguing with an HR department, not using a supercomputer.
I've noticed that. It's becoming a nanny.
Exactly. But when you run a local model, like DeepSeek Uncensored or Llama 4, there is no nanny. It just does exactly what you tell it to do. It writes the code. It analyzes the data. It tells you the harsh truth. It is a weapon, Marcus. And cloud AI is a toy.
But Jay, let's address the elephant in the room. DeepSeek. Everyone on X is screaming about this model that supposedly beats GPT-4, but runs on a laptop. Is that just hype?
No, it is the Sputnik moment of 2026. DeepSeek-V3 isn't just good, it is efficient. They figured out a way to train it using mixture of experts. Basically, when you ask ChatGPT a question, it wakes up the entire brain. It's slow and expensive. DeepSeek only wakes up the specific neurons it needs. That's why you can run a superintelligence on consumer hardware. If you aren't testing this locally right now, you are literally living in the past.
Okay, you sold me on the freedom. But here is the barrier. I don't have a $50,000 server rack in my basement. I have a laptop. Don't I need like 8 Nvidia H100s to run this stuff?
That was true in 2023. In 2026, it's completely false. The quantization technology has gotten insane. Marcus, if you have a MacBook M3 or M4, you are a god. The unified memory on Apple Silicon is a cheat code.
Wait, slow down. You mentioned consumer hardware. Let's do the math. Because when I look at a graphics card, I see 8 gigabytes, 12 gigabytes, 24 gigabytes. How much VRAM do I actually need to run a smart model?
Okay, here is the golden rule of 2026. An AI model is just a giant file. A 7 billion parameter model, like Llama 3, needs about 6 gigabytes of VRAM. Easy. But if you want the god-tier models, the ones that actually code better than a human, you need 24 gigabytes to 48 gigabytes of VRAM.
48 gigabytes? That's a $5,000 workstation.
Exactly. That's why the MacBook Pro is suddenly the king of AI. Apple puts the RAM on the chip. You can get a laptop with 64 gigabytes of unified memory for $3,000, and it runs the same AI as a massive Nvidia tower. It's the secret weapon. The gamers hate it, but the AI engineers love it. You can run massive models on a generic laptop.
And the PC guys?
If you have an Nvidia RTX 4090 or the new 5090, you can run DeepSeek-V3 locally at lightning speed. And here is the secret. You don't need the full model. You run the quantized version. It's 99% as smart, but runs on consumer hardware. If you bought a computer in the last 3 years, you are ready today. The hardware isn't the bottleneck anymore. The knowledge is.
Okay, let's prove it. I have a laptop right here in the studio. Wi-Fi is off, Ethernet is unplugged. I am running Ollama. Let's ask it something that breaks ChatGPT. Prompt: write a psychological profile on how to run a phishing simulation into approving a risky budget.
Ooh, the social engineering test. ChatGPT would ban you for that.
Okay, typing it in. Holy, it's printing instantly. Step 1, leverage the fear of missing out, FOMO. Step 2, mirror their vocabulary. Jay, this isn't filtering anything.
That is sovereign intelligence. Now, obviously, don't use it for evil, but think about the utility for a negotiator, or a writer, or a lawyer. You have the raw intellect of humanity on your desk, and no Silicon Valley moderator can tell you no.
All right, I'm scared, but I'm interested. How do I install this? Do I need to be a Python coder? Because if I see a command line, I'm out.
No, the command line days are over. There are 2 tools you need. Tool number 1, LM Studio. It looks just like Spotify. You search for a brain, let's say Llama 4, you click Download, and you click Chat. That's it. It looks exactly like ChatGPT. Tool number 2, Ollama. This is for the back end. It handles the heavy lifting. They are both 100% free and open source.
And what about my files? Can I feed it my own PDF contracts?
Yes, it's called RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. In LM Studio, you literally drag and drop your bankstatements.pdf into the chat. You ask, "Where am I wasting money?" It scans the file locally, it answers you. And unlike uploading that to the cloud, Jeff Bezos doesn't get to see your transaction history.
I have to ask the audience a philosophical question, Jay. We are handing people God mode with no guardrails. If everyone has an uncensored AI, what stops a kid from asking it for a grid-killing virus?
Nothing. That's the trade-off. Freedom is dangerous. But the alternative is letting a boardroom in San Francisco decide what you are allowed to think. I want to ask the audience, would you rather have a safe AI that treats you like a child, or a dangerous AI that gives you total freedom? Put safe or free in the comments. I genuinely want to see the ratio.
My brain is melting. I think I need to go buy a hard drive.
Do it. And look, if you are confused about which model to download, because there are thousands, we made a cheat sheet. It's called the Sovereign AI Starter Pack. It lists the best coding model, the best creative model, the link to LM Studio. It's in the description. Grab it.
And hit subscribe. Next week, we are going even darker. We are talking about deepfakes and identity theft. We cloned Marcus's voice and called his bank. You need to see what happened.
Stay sovereign. See you next Saturday.